Level up your LA Kings experience with Vivid Seats Elite Seats. All the on-ice Kings action with even more exclusive access and rewards. Enjoy great seats to the game in Section 103 along with Yamava Club access and parking included with your purchase. Plus, get a free Team LA Kings shop item at the game. Score your Vivid Seats Elite Seats tickets today and earn perks on each purchase from the only leading ticket company with a rewards program. Experience it live with Vivid Seats, the official partner of the LA Kings. Do you know the LA Kings have their own culinary partner? It's Superfood, celebrating 10 years and over 1 million meals served. Since 2020, the Kings have trusted Superfood to fuel their players. Now through Simply Lunch, you can bring that same performance-driven food to your office. Because when people eat better, they work better. Visit mysuperfood.com. That's mysuperfd.com. Or call 213-973-6145. Qualified companies can enjoy a free lunch for up to 10 managers.
You're listening to All the Kings Men, the official podcast of the LA Kings. Now, here's your host, Jesse Cohen.
Welcome back, Kings fans. I'm Jesse Cohen. This is All the Kings Men. We're switching up our summer format a little bit this year. In the past, I would have published episodes edited to focus on one single player, and those episodes would have brought you the conversations we had with Mark Yannetti and Scott Wheeler, in addition to me talking to somebody, either a broadcaster or a coach, from the team that player had previously played for. This summer, however, we're just publishing the full unedited conversations with Wheeler and Mark Yannetti. The conversation with Scott Wheeler, I believe, posted on Thursday. Mark Yannetti should post this Thursday. And then today, this episode will just focus on the first 3 picks the Kings made in the 2026 NHL Entry Draft: Elton Hermansson, Liam Lefebvre, and Adam Goljer. So I hope you enjoy it, and keep sticking around. Let's get to the episode. Welcome back, Kings fans, to another episode of All the Kings Men. Joining me now, Micke Sundell. How are you doing today, Micke?
I'm fine. Really good weather here in Sweden, so we have.
Lucky you.
Yeah, we have been out swimming today, so it's really nice.
When does it start to get really, prohibitively cold outside?
In November, October, November, yeah.
All right, so you have previously been an assistant coach at MoDo, although you are now with Kalmar, I believe?
Yeah, it's correct.
But you also coached at the hockey, I have it written down, hockey high school in Ørnskjold. We just talked about this, but Ørnskjoldvitsk.
Yeah.
I'm sure I said that incorrectly, but a high school where
it's a hockey gymnasium, you call it in Sweden. The guys and girls from 16 to 19 years old.
Okay, so Elton Hermansson played for you in MoDo and also attended this hockey gymnasium.
Yeah.
So we're here to
correct.
talk about the Kings' first round draft pick, Elton Hermansson, and generally speaking, when a player is acquired by the Kings, whether by draft or free agency, I like to talk to somebody who has firsthand experience watching that player play, just to get a sense of who they are. So we've spoken to Mark Yannetti, director of amateur scouting for the LA Kings. We talked to Scott Wheeler from The Athletic. But from your perspective, what are Elton's strengths? What are the strongest points of his game?
That he loves the game. He loves to play the game.
Okay.
He likes to practice every day. His hockey sense is gorgeous. He had a lot of skills. He also are a good mobile when he skates, and I like him a lot. He's a really, really good player.
Would you, I don't know if this phrase exists in Sweden, but would you call him a gym rat or a rink rat, I guess would be more appropriate? So the term in North America, you said he loves the game.
Yeah,
He just loves to be at the rink and around the game, even if he's not playing.
Yeah, he's a rink rat. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
but he also is a really good guy. He challenged himself in the gym also. So he likes to be at the rink every day, and he likes to be on the ice.
You mentioned the term hockey sense.
Yeah.
it's a funny term because a lot of people use it, and I think we all sort of it's sort of become shorthand, so we all think we know what it means. Now, when I was watching highlights of him playing, now, granted, it's only highlights, so it's very, very small selection of watching him play, but I saw him as a goal scorer, and if I had to define what his hockey sense was, I didn't see a ton of slick passing. What I saw was a ton of opportunities where he made himself, he would move to the parts of the ice where it was a better opportunity to score. And if that meant crashing the net for a rebound or getting open on a power play. Now, that is definitely a function of hockey sense, but is that more how his hockey sense presents itself rather than, finding teammates in the offensive zone for a pass or something like that? Or did I just not see enough of that in the highlight reel?
You haven't seen a lot of that in the highlights, but
Okay.
he's a really smart player, and he make his teammates better, and he sees the ice and the passing opportunities as a really good player. Yeah.
Now he's 6 foot. He's listed as 6'1", 181 pounds, which is not. It's certainly not small, but it's certainly not huge, right? The Kings have guys, or I guess Anze Kopitar just retired, but the Kings have had guys like Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe who are just physically imposing on top of being skilled. So is Elton capable of using his size to his advantage? How does he use his height and his weight in his game?
I think he protect the puck really good, and can he use his body to do that? He's really mobile when he move at the board, but I can't say he's not so physical in his play. No.
Okay. The one thing that stood out to me, again, it's a very short sample size of highlight reel stuff, but he seems to have confidence in his offensive abilities, and he seems to really enjoy scoring and have. I don't know how language translates here, but he seemed to have a little bit of a flourish to his offensive game. He likes to celebrate goals. He likes to have personality on the ice. He scores. I saw him score a Michigan goal at one point. I think it was against Germany. I don't remember now, but I
Mm.
mean, would you categorize him as a confident player?
Yeah, a big confident player. Yeah.
Did he ever struggle with overconfidence, with that confidence becoming cocky or arrogant at all?
No, I don't think so. I think his confidence and his believing in himself is one of his best strengths.
Okay, then I'm going to ask, and obviously you're fond of him and had an opportunity to coach him. Everything we've heard about him makes him sound like a high-end offensive talent prospect. So what caused him to be drafted at 19 and not, say, 13 or 12 or top 10?
I really don't know why, but I think he's. I, I think that was a difficult question. I can't really answer why
Is
he
it
done.
possible that it was just that he's 6'1" instead of, say, 6'4" or something like that? Because I mean, sometimes that's the difference. Sometimes teams just want a physically larger body.
Yeah, maybe he can, but I can't answer on that question
Okay,
because
that's
I'm not
fair enough.
in that situation in talking to the clubs or something. So no.
That's fair enough. So he's obviously he's draft eligible, so he's a younger player. What was the age spread on his team in MoDo? Like how did he fit into that locker room full of presumably much older players?
Really good, really good. From the beginning he was a little bit quiet, but after a while he his confidence showed up also in the locker room. So he was one as a team members. He talks a lot, and he can talk to guys who are 30 years old, and he can also talk to the guys as 18 years old. So he was a good guy in the locker room. He's a good teammate.
How does he handle adversity on the ice and off the ice? How is his body? If he misses an assignment or misses a play or misses the net on a shot or fails on a scoring opportunity and comes back to the bench, is he right back in the game? Is he hard on himself? How does he handle that sort of situation?
He's right back in the game. Definitely right back in the game.
And then the final question I like to ask about these players, because it doesn't necessarily matter, but I don't know what the fan support is like in MoDo. I'm not sure how much access fans have to teams in the Allsvenskan, but how is he with the fans? How is he as a representative of the organization?
Really good. He managed the interviews at the media really good, and he talks at the fans sometimes at the rink. Also handle it really good, so it's no problem there.
All right, I lied. One final question before I let you go on with your day, and I appreciate your time. If you and I were to speak again in 5 years or 10 years, and you were to know that Elton had become an NHL player, what do you imagine his career would look like? What role is he playing in the NHL if he were to make it?
I think he will make an top 6 forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presumably a wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely a wing. Yeah.
Okay. Has he ever played any center at all, or is that?
Yeah, and when he was younger, he done that, but I think he will succeed more when he play as a wing.
Excellent. Well, listen, Micke Sundell, appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me all the way from Sweden. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your season, and good luck this season with. I'm blanking now on the team already. I'm sorry, but it's not MoDo.
Not the MoDo. It's the new team is Kalmar.
Kalmar. Well, best of luck to you with Kalmar then.
Thanks.
Thank
a
you.
lot.
Appreciate you doing this. Joining me today, assistant coach for the Chicoutimi Saguenéens. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Félix Bibeau. How are you doing today, Félix?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
So we're talking to you today about Liam Lefebvre. Now, he was acquired by Chicoutimi halfway through the season, played 25 games in the regular season, then 20 games postseason, including a run in the Memorial Cup. So how much experience do you have with Liam?
I mean, obviously, he got here at Christmas, so I only got to spend a couple months, probably like 5 or 6 months with him. But it's been he's a great kid to work with every day. Just the smile that he brings every day to the rink. He's kind of a rink rat. He's always there. He's the last guy to leave the ice every day, and it was a blast working with him this year.
Now, he's an overager, so he's 19 years old. He's 6'3", 203 pounds. The first question that comes into my mind is does he play with size, or does he just have size?
No, he's the kind of guy that plays with a lot of grit, physicality. In this case, sometimes we gotta calm him a little bit, because he's got that high temper, and he wants to be the aggressor, and so sometimes in this case, like a lot of the players, it's the opposite. You gotta push them to be physical and like everything that comes with it. But for him, it was more of when to do it and how to do it and stuff like that. But no, he's definitely a guy that loves to be physical in every aspect of the game.
He's a year older than everybody else in the draft class. But when he joins your team, did his age and experience allow him to play a leadership role? Like, where did he fit in the club from that standpoint?
I mean, as soon as he got with us, he played big minutes for us, especially like offensively. He's a guy that he has a great shot. He knows how to score goals, and he's also really good at making plays. He's the kind of guy that the bigger the stage is, the better he's gonna play. I think he's the kind of guy that you want in your lineup, especially in the playoffs. He's the kind of guy that's gonna make your team better all around, defensively, offensively, and physically.
I had a chance to watch him at the LA Kings development camp, and the one thing that stood out to me was that shot you mentioned. He had, I think, at least one or two goals where you could see it really on display from about 15 or 20 feet out, where he just lasered it in. How is he with disappointment? How does he handle adversity?
I mean, he's a guy that last year, like a year ago, was playing in a prep school and was not known really, and then he signed with Rimouski in our league, and then he had a really good start. So I think he was not always like in the mix, in the radar. So I think he always had to like fight for what he had, and I think he's the kind of guy that even if he makes like a mistake or something, you want to put him back out there because you know he's going to respond well to whatever adversity or a bad game or a bad shift. I think that's one of his biggest asset going forward in his career is just, we all know it's not easy to play in the NHL, but I'm pretty sure that mentally he's ready to do whatever it takes, and he's going to face adversity sometimes down the road, but I feel like, and I think that he's going to be able to make it to the NHL, yes, because the way he plays and all that, but also just because of his mindset.
Now, if you and I were to talk again 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and I were to tell you that Liam Lefebvre was in fact a player in the NHL, what kind of player would you see him? You know, what would not surprise you?
I think how I see him next level in the NHL is a guy that's can play anywhere in the lineup, but he's gonna be a guy that you're gonna put on a line that's gonna create space for other players. I think he's got that touch to score goals. I mean, his speed is decent for his size. I mean, he always find ways to score at big moments and all that. So I think I see him playing a top 9 role for an NHL team. I think he's gonna love the fight, the disturb, and yeah, I think there's not a lot of guys that are willing to do all this. So, but I think he's willing to do whatever it takes for him to play, and if he does that, I think he's gonna have a shot at playing in the NHL.
Now, I feel like it has to be mentioned that in June, the Chicoutimi traded goalie Lucas Beckman, Alonzo Gosselin defenseman, and Liam Lefebvre forward to Cape Breton for a haul of picks. What will you miss about Liam Lefebvre in the lineup the most?
I mean, he's a like I told you before, he's a guy that brings a smile every day. Sometimes even like after a bad game or a bad weekend, or he comes to the rink and he wants to get better. He's working on the stuff that he needs to be better at every day. He's always the last guy to leave the rink. So I think for us, just his energy every day, and I hope. Cape Breton are really lucky to have him, and I think they're gonna make a push to go far this year. So I'm happy for them that they got him, and I mean, we're happy that we had him. It wasn't for long, but at least he brought a cup to our team this year. So yeah.
You mentioned that aggressiveness that sometimes you may have to tamp down, and it's listed on one profile of him as it says takes aggressiveness too far sometimes. Is he a fighter or an agitator?
I mean, I think he can do both. In our league, if you fight, like, you get kicked out of the game. So so he can't really. But at the national championship with the WHL and OHL, there was fights allowed, and he fought there. And I think he loves that aspect of the game of, like, disturbing and just trash talk a little bit, and he's got the character, the willingness to do it, and just like talking to him every day, I think he loves that part of the game. Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry for not being familiar with Chicoutimi as a market, but what kind of fan base is there, and how is Liam with the fans? Is he good in public? Is he friendly and good to the supporters?
Yeah, he was great. I mean, it's a hockey town that we won the championship this year, but the last time we won was in 1994, so it was 30 plus years. And I think his passion. He was a fan favorite. As soon as he got here, because of his compete level and the way he plays with aggressiveness and physicality. And I think that everybody that I talked to really liked him as a player and as a person, especially like the organization, the people that sees him every day. And he was a great fit for us.
Okay, Félix Bibeau, assistant coach for the Chicoutimi Saguenéens. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Joining me today, General Manager of Dukla Trenčín, Mário Bližňák. How are you doing today, Mario?
Hi. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you.
So we're here today to talk about Adam Goljer, drafted in the second round, 49th overall by the LA Kings. He's 6'3", 194 pounds. He's a defenseman. Does he play with size, or does he just have size?
Oh, he's very young, talented guy, and with his size, obviously, he should play with more physical hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he will learn, or he will play that in North America, because in our size of the rink, and the hockey we play here in Slovakia, I don't think he's using that. He doesn't need to use, that his body that much as he will do in North America.
Now, he's very young, and I think he's the youngest player on your team.
Yeah.
How does he handle playing on a team with men in their 40s and 30s?
Yeah, he handled very well, because we kind of took him like to men's team for a few practices 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he had like few practices, and then last 2 months he was just practicing with us and was watching the games. And the next year he was doing all the summer workouts with the men's, and then he prepared like he was a part of the team. So he felt really comfortable on our team. And as the season went, September, October, November, and then he was playing more minutes and more. And in the last few months, he was playing every night 20 minutes. So he was gaining the confidence, and he was doing very well.
You said you started him out a few years ago practicing for the men's team. He would have been, what, 15, 16 years old?
Yeah, 16. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah, because his size, he was at the same size at that age.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
He also has a bit of an offensive flair to his game from what I've seen. If you and I were to speak 10 years from now, and we were to say Adam Goljer did make it to the NHL, what kind of defenseman do you see him becoming?
I hope he will make it, and he will do very well for LA.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was kind of comparing him to other Slovak defensemen, Adam Nemec.
Okay.
Like he was in New Jersey, but now he's in Calgary, and he also did kind of same thing. Like he was when he was 17, he was playing in Slovak Extra League, and then he went to after draft to North America, and he kind of reminds me of him. So hopefully he will do good as him.
Now, Dukla Trenčín has a lot of NHL alumni and a lot of former LA Kings. Ziggy Palffy, Josef Stumpel, Pavel Dimitra, Marian Gaborik. How strong is the league right now, the Slovak league?
I think the league got better. Obviously, it's not that good as Czech league or Finland, Sweden, or Swiss, but went very up, and obviously lots of good players playing there. And when you compare, like, say 7 years ago, like guys from North America, like lots of East Coast guys were playing here, but now lots of AHL or even NHL guys playing here. You know, so the league got a little better, speedy, and lots of young guys. So obviously it's better league than, I don't know, Norway, Latvian, or Austrian.
Now, I've spoken to people in charge of teams in the Finnish league, for example, who, when they have a player that's been drafted by an NHL club, some teams make it a priority to get that player ready to go to the NHL, and some teams decide it doesn't matter. They want to get the best seasons they can out of the players they have while they have them. Does your club, like, how closely will you work with Adam and with the Kings getting him ready to go to the NHL?
I mean, the problem last maybe 5-7 years, like when I go in past before, like Dukla Trenčín, like product very many like NHL players, like from youth, like say when they represent Slovakia under 18 or under 20s, and then after they were drafted. But last few years, like young players didn't get any chance to play for men's, so they kind of were leaving at age 16, like say to Finland, Sweden,
Right.
And now last couple of years we kind of wanna get back to this tradition, and these young talented players, we wanna get them chance to play for men's, and then so obviously they play either extra league or the first league or first division in Slovakia. So hopefully, I think either you go to junior league, the CHL, or you play the men's league in Slovakia. Either way,
And you mentioned that last year, by the end of the season, Adam was playing almost 20 minutes a night for the men's side. What role do you expect him to play this season?
This season?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think what I know now, like he will go probably to AHL. What I heard, but I don't know.
Okay.
I know it's gonna be up to LA. Like if they gonna send him to Dukla or to OHL. Like either way, he should play, huge minis and a power play time. So we'll see how the camp goes, and then what the LA decide.
That's interesting. I actually hadn't heard that he would be playing in North America, but okay, fair enough. Well, listen,
that's what I heard. I spoke to Adam, and he was talking with when he was at the development camp, and his agent. So we'll see.
Well, listen, thank you for your time, and we really appreciate it. I'll let you get back on with your day. There's a huge time gap between you and me, so I appreciate you joining me so late there. And best of luck on your 26-27 season.
Thank you. Thank you to having me, and have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.